Have you ever noticed how some artists never stop changing, always pushing boundaries and reinventing their craft? Miles Davis was absolutely one of those artists, constantly evolving and influencing the direction of jazz music for decades. But what exactly made his music so distinctive during his revolutionary post-bop era, especially with his second great quintet? Miles Davis's post-bop sound was characterized by a profound emphasis on modal harmonies, intricate rhythmic complexity, and an open, often sparse textural approach. This marked a significant departure from the more structured, chord-change-heavy improvisations that defined earlier bebop, ushering in a new era of expressive freedom and group interplay. The core mechanism behind this shift was modal jazz, which Miles pioneered. Instead of soloing over a rapid succession of chord changes, musicians improvised over fewer, longer-lasting chords, or even single scales known as modes. This gave them immense melodic and harmonic freedom, allowing for deeper exploration of specific scales rather than strictly outlining chord progressions. Think of it like painting with a broader palette of colors for a longer time, rather than constantly switching tiny brushes for every detail. This approach encouraged a more horizontal, melodic flow in improvisation. Furthermore, the rhythmic foundation of his post-bop sound was incredibly innovative. His second great quintet, featuring giants like Herbie Hancock on piano, Ron Carter on bass, and Tony Williams on drums, forged a rhythmic flexibility that was unprecedented. Tony Williams, in particular, was a drumming prodigy who introduced a style that was polyrhythmic, elastic, and constantly shifting, providing propulsion without being rigidly tied to the beat. The rhythm section would interact almost as a single unit, creating a fluid, conversational backdrop for the soloists. To fully appreciate this sound, you really want to listen for the dynamic interplay between the musicians. It was less about individual soloists taking turns and more about a collective conversation. Each member, from Wayne Shorter's compositional genius on saxophone to Herbie Hancock's harmonically sophisticated piano voicings, contributed to a constantly evolving group sound. They often used a concept called controlled freedom, where improvisers had enormous liberty within a loose framework, leading to spontaneous and unpredictable musical moments that were nonetheless coherent and deeply expressive. Albums like ESP and Miles Smiles are perfect entry points to hear this in action. This emphasis on modal exploration, rhythmic elasticity, and open textures created a highly sophisticated and deeply emotional music. It wasn't just a style, it was a philosophy that allowed musicians to explore new expressive territories within jazz. This innovative approach redefined the art of jazz improvisation and group dynamics, laying the groundwork for many future jazz styles and solidifying Miles Davis's legacy as a fearless innovator who was always one step ahead.